Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Allard. I'm with Union Street Media, and today we're going to talk about how you can build your brand online. So branding actually as a concept is about 4,000 years old and comes from the process of literally marking your livestock or your property. We can thank Mad Men for the fact that it has evolved since then to mean a lot more, but essentially branding today is how people perceive what you do, what you make, and who you are. Jeff Bezos famously said that branding is essentially what other people say about you once you leave the room. So what do people say about you when you leave the room, and how can you influence how they feel and how they perceive who you are and what you do? Well, online, there are a few different tactics you can leverage, but it really starts with telling your story. So the number one way you can build your brand online is to tell your story. There's a reason you got into the real estate industry, and usually a very compelling one. People usually have altruistic reasons. They really wanted to help people, or they found a connection with people or place. So even just telling that story can do a lot to establish credibility and foster trust with the people that you want to work with. Video is a great format for that, but it doesn't just have to be video. It can be through your website, through your social media, through the things you focus on and how you build your network. But make sure that you do tell the story of who you are and why you're doing what you're doing. Number two, be consistent from a visual standpoint, but also what you talk about, how you describe who you are. You should have the same exact way of describing what you do and the value you offer your clients, regardless of who you're talking to or on what channel, whether they're talking to you in person, whether they go to your website, your social media. You don't want people to have whiplash. You want people to have certainty and clarity. What do they get by working with you and knowing with you and using your products and services? Number three, be intentional. Really think about, what do you stand for? What are your values, your mission, your vision? What do you want to accomplish? And how do you want to communicate that? And it's okay to not please everyone. You don't want everyone to be your customer. You want to know who is your ideal customer and really what ideally do you do to help them? What are their pain points that you're addressing? And be really intentional about how you're communicating that. Number four, invest in your website and your content strategy. To be successful today, you have to put out a lot of content to stand out, and you have to have a really, really good, well-optimized website. Check out our website, unionstreetmedia.com, for more information on website essentials. Number five, know your strengths. Don't try to be everything to everyone. Number six, give back, mentor, be part of the rising tide. We all know the phrase, rising tide lifts all ships, and really helping other people will come back around to you. So connecting yourself with organizations that you really, really support and have an affinity to. That's part of the real estate industry. It's a core value that a lot of people share. So talk about it, be involved, and your brand will grow through the work that you do. Number seven, share insights, not information. Be educational and be really free with that information. Be willing to talk to anybody and help anybody else, and it will come full circle. Number eight, hold live events. People really do want to get to know who you are. And today, although it's difficult with the pandemic, there are things that you can do. You can hold online seminars. You can teach. You can even just have fun, Facebook Live. Let's share all of our design tips. What are we doing now that we're in our homes more than ever? If part of your brand personality and identity is to be really fun, then have events where you're showcasing that. You want people to get to know you and your personality, and really being live is kind of the best way to do that. Number nine, join forces. Find other companies that share your values and connect with them, partner with them, showcase them on your website, and then ask to be showcased on theirs. And number 10, more than anything, create a strong first impression. A lot of data shows that it takes 9 positive impressions to overcome 1 negative impression. So you really want to think about, what do people feel when they first interact with you? How does all your content you're putting out there and your collateral connect with or not connect with the conversations you're having and what you're like in person? And just make sure that first impression, from the visuals, your logo, your name, all the way through the experience they have talking with you and your team, is consistent. And that's how you develop a great brand online.